What's up guys, it's Sush. Today I have my Paladin War God PVP build. If you like healing and being a meat shield, you gotta check this out. For this playstyle, you're gonna be healing and you're gonna be tanking at the same time, so you can be on the front lines, pumping out those heals and blocking and taking all that damage at the choke points. Now keep in mind, this is just my playstyle. I urge you guys to mix and match and change up the skills and attributes to how you like it. Let's get into it. Alright guys, now we're onto my sword and shield talent tree. This isn't going to be a deep dive into the skill tree, but I'm going to tell you about the most important ones that you should pick up for this Pally build. One with the shield is a must-have. You're going to be blocking 99% of the time, and this recharge rate is going to really help with all your other skills. Now we're going to choose Shield Bash because stuns are pretty much king in PvP right now. So getting that stun up and then swapping to your healing staff and getting down a couple heals and then swapping back to your sword and shield is really good. And the cool thing about Shield Bash is it's not capped at how many players it can hit. Now for the last talent on the defender side, we're going to choose Defiant Stance. This is by far the best talent Sword and Shield has. It reduces damage by 30% plus an additional 20% if you're above 50% health. Then at the end of it, you're also getting a 15% heal. Lastly, we want to cap out this tree with defensive formation. It's going to reduce the damage to everybody in 2 meters of us by 30%. It's really, really good. On the Swordmaster side, we're going to choose Reverse Stab. Now this resets all of our cooldowns by 25% per enemy hit. So if we're body blocking a door and they're trying to get in and we reverse stab at least 3 to 4 people, we're almost getting 100% uptime on our Defiant Stance and our Shield Bash. So you always want to be placing yourself at those choke points in the doorways of Outpost Rush or Wars. Alright guys, now onto my life staff. I'm going to touch on the most important things once again. There's been a ton of confusion with Orb of Protection. Amazon did take out the AoE effect, but we can counteract this by speccing into a geese. I think I said that right, I'm not sure, but what this allows you to do is shoot it on the ground instead of having to skill shot it at somebody, and you'll retain the recovery and you'll get that Fortify buff. Plus, this is only on a 10-second cooldown and it has no player cap. Now Bend Light is an awesome skill. If you dodge, you're going to get 20% additional healing. What we're going to do with this is going to be a pre-dodge before we get into the fight because we're going to need most of our stamina for blocking. Now on to Beacon. If you haven't noticed, we're sticking to all Instacast heals. This is one of my favorite ones. It's going to have a huge area effect. It's going to last 5 seconds longer that we spec'd into it, plus this 20% haste buff. Now, this 20% haste buff also lets us move faster when we're blocking. Having more mobility with a huge area effect is really important in any PvP instance. Now on the Glowing Focus, this is going to really help with our Orb of Protection. This will add an extra 20% to duration of recovery and fortify. Now over to the healing side tree. Sacred Ground is our main heal. If this heal is not on the ground and you're not standing in it, you have to play super defensive because you're going to take a ton of damage. You're going to be at the front of the line and everybody's going to be pounding on you. Now Blessed is huge. It's going to give us an extra 50% healing on all of our heals to anyone standing in it. Now there are a ton of other combinations that you can do, but this is what works best for me, and you guys should try it out, and then you can always add to it. Alright guys, now on to the attributes. I told you this is not a DPS build, so we're low on strength as you can see, but we're going to do equal focus, and we're going to do equal constitution. We want to hit that extra 20% healing and extra 20% duration on all of our buffs. And then for constitution, we're looking to take that 20% extra armor and 10% damage reduction from critical strikes. Now spec this way we'll be putting out an extra 70% healing. In reality, you can keep up with main healers and you can tank like a boss. Alright, now to switch a few things in our healing preferences. I don't use targeted healing because it'll randomly put it on a player that I don't want it to be on and not myself. When you use the target self, it takes about a 2-second lag time and I want to get rid of that, so we use this. We're going to jump into our settings, go to gameplay, and then we're going to turn targeted healing off. Now all we need to do is look straight down and cast it on the ground. Now the reason why we use this is because we're already going to be looking down when we use Orb of Protection. All we need to do is cast Sacred Ground and we don't need to sort through all the teammates. It'll just be cast right on the ground, right where we have it. If you follow the correct healing rotation and you're always using your spells when the cooldowns are up, you can 100% out-heal a main healer and you'll always be keeping up with them. Plus, you'll be able to tank anything and everything. It will take some time to understand this playstyle and learn the rotation, but once you do, you'll love it. Here's a little example of body blocking a door. After I lay down my heals, I'm going to switch to my sword and shield, and I'm just going to hold them right here and block. Onto the gear, we're going to be running all heavy armor. We want to be super tanky so we can be up close and heal. Make sure to read the description below. I'm going to have all the perks and the gems that I'm going to be looking for down there. The gear that we're going to be looking for is going to be Cleric gear and Nomad gear. Cleric gear is going to be more focus heavy, and Nomad gear is going to be more constitution heavy. Mending Protection is a really good perk for us because it's going to give us an extra 36% of our output for healing. Now this is really huge because we're going to normally be around a lot of people, and we're going to be spamming that Orb of Protection because it's on a 10-second cooldown. My gear is by no means optimized. I'm still grinding out my gear score, and I'm sure most of you will be too, but you can make this build work if you run it with the Cleric and Nomad gear. I have an Amber Gem socketed for a different type of DPS. Now to really make this build work, we're going to need to find Bless. It's going to give us an extra 27% healing bonus on all of our heals. It's super important. If we have all of these buffs up at the same time, we could be putting out an extra 120% healing. That's just an insane extra amount of healing. Now for my food attribute points, I'm going to be running buttered poached oysters because I need to cap off my focus and my strength. I will also be running a rejuvenation and a health pot. For my amulet, I really want to get refreshing and extra health, but I can't get it on this one with focus, so I have to use this one for now. I do have a strength one, but it won't cap my focus off if I use it. When we do find an amulet with that on there, we're talking about an extra 1,000 points to our health. If you're on the front lines, having a really big health pool is super important. Plus, it's going to link up with the earring buff that we get. It's called Regenerating. What this does, it gives us 0.43% of our overall health every second. In the description below, I'm going to list all the perks that I'm actually looking for on the gear that I'm going to get. Now, it's going to take a lot of time because it's all RNG, but you got to put in the work and hopefully they'll drop for us. At the end of the video, I included a short clip showing you how to get Got and Gain. Now, if you're fresh level 60 and you're trying to find gear, the faction gear is still really good. It's going to come default with refreshing. This gives you a cooldown reduction on all of your spells. It also comes with resilient. What this does, it reduces the amount of critical damage you take per hit. That's going to do it for this Paladin PVP guide. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed making this content for you, and I love all the positive feedback you guys have been giving me on every single one that I posted so far. I'm going to try to keep on posting. If there's anything you guys want to hear about, just ask in the comments below. I answer every single comment that I get. I include a little gameplay so you guys can see how it actually works. And if you're looking to get that Got and Gain, it's going to be at the end of the clip. And I'll see you in Eternum. Here's the location for the Got and Gain. It's going to be located in Eden Grove in the lower slag mine. Once you reach the cave of the lower slag mine, you're going to run all the way around on these little tracks. Now keep in mind, this is a level 55 area, so if you are lower level, try to grab a couple people to help you out. Now we're going to reach a dead end over here, and it's going to be Foreman Harold sitting right here. So all you have to do is kill him. You can sit in this little corner on the right hand side and wait for him to respawn, so you can just grind him. You don't have to come in and out. And that's it. I hope you guys get the drop as fast as I did, but it may take some time. Don't give up. Good luck, guys.